Throughout the world, people use a variety of processes to arrive at an ideal partner with whom they could share a relationship called marriage. In the US, the road to marriage begins with dating. A successful date then leads to a period of courtship, which again may or may not lead to marriage. But in India, we follow a very specific process to identify the partner, a process that has survived the test of time, and we call it the arranged marriage, owing to the way it is being arranged by the families and matchmakers. There's a very popular saying in India that goes by this: arranged marriages in India are not between two different human beings. Rather, they are between two different families. And so here I am, my dear Toastmasters and guests, to talk to you all about the various stages involved in setting up this phenomenon called arranged marriage. Though the process is same for both the boy and the girl, for convenience purpose, I'm going to talk from the perspective of a boy. The first stage, the profile creation stage. A typical matrimony profile consists of three different things. The first thing, biodata. The second thing, your matrimony portrait photos. And the third, the all-important faith-sealing horoscope. Let's go through one by one. The first thing, biodata. A biodata is a simple one-page document that contains basic details about the group. Name of the group, age, date of birth, name of the parents, name of the siblings, whether the sibling got married or not, and then a basic description of what kind of partner he expects. The second thing is your matrimony portrait photos. In the past, people had to go to the local studios to get their matrimony portraits done. But with the advent of SLR cameras and iPhones and photoshopping applications, getting a matrimony photo these days is not a big deal. In fact, I would also go on to say this: the facial beauty of all the brides and grooms all over the world has increased manifold, courtesy of this photoshopping applications, because everybody looks attractive. The next thing is the horoscope. Astrology plays a very important role in identifying a partner for arranged marriage. It is believed that the position of the sun, the moon, and the planets at any point in time would describe the nature of that particular moment, especially anything that is born in that moment. And this can be analyzed through a natal chart called horoscope. In short, if you give your date of birth, your place of birth, and the time of your birth, an astrologer can draw a natal chart called horoscope, which would give details about your personality, your career interests, your lifespan, and a lot of other things. And this horoscope would then be matched against a prospective partner's horoscope to arrive at a compatibility score, which would then, with the details of which we will see in a later section. So what the Westerners take like months and years to identify about their ideal partner, it's believed that these astrologers can find out in a matter of minutes. Interesting, right? So once the matrimony profile is done, the next stage comes in, which is finding the matchmaker. The matchmakers are nothing but your marketing agents who take on your matrimony profile photos and then go to their network of matchmakers to see if there are any matching profiles for your criteria. But with the advent of internet and other matrimonial websites, these matchmakers are almost extinct breed, because you have these matchmaking algorithms which provide an open platform for both the families to interact. In fact, a few days back I saw someone post in my Facebook wall about a state-of-the-art matrimony website that scans your Facebook and then suggests partners based on your Facebook likes and shares. Interesting, right? Right, so the output of this matrimonial matchmaking process is a set of matrimony profiles that satisfies your criteria. And then comes the next stage, which is the profile scanning stage. So each member of your family goes through the matrimony profile of the girl and see if the girl is fit for their boy. And the boy also gets to see the matrimony profile to see if he finds enough spark in proceeding to the next step. Only if everybody comes to a consensus about this girl, they go to the next step, which I call the horoscope matching. Remember the astrologer we talked about at the profile creation stage? Now he comes back into the picture. Now he takes the horoscope of the boy and the horoscope of the girl and then matches it based on 10 different parameters. Some of the parameters are sexual affinity, friendship, mutual beneficence, progeny, mutual repellence, and 5 other different characteristics which I do not know. So he comes up with a score out of 10. Anything above 7 is considered to be good. Anything below 7 is considered to be average, and the decision is taken on a case-to-case basis. So the boy could feel that the matrimony profile of this girl is awesome. He could feel that this girl is like the dream of his life. But then, if the astrologer feels the position of the sun, the moon, and the planets are not according to his horoscopes, he would then call it off. So once the astrologer gives the go-ahead, like the horoscopes match, then comes the next important step, which I call dating. Now, if you think that the boy finally gets a chance to take the girl out for a date, you're wrong. It's rather the boy's family going on a date with the girl's family, preferably at the girl's family's house, where each member of the family sits in a living room and then gets to speak about various ideas over a cup of coffee. And that's the only place, or the first place in this entire process, where the boy finally gets to meet the girl. Each member of the family would then subject the girl and the boy to an informal interview. Modern adaptations to this process also gives a leeway for the boy and the girl to meet privately and then discuss whatever they want to discuss. Nothing happens there, just a hi and maybe a handshake. So when they have sipped enough of coffees and they've got enough of spring rolls and after running out of ideas, they take a break. The boy's family goes back and the girl's family settles down. And then comes the decision. Now if both of the families feel that they have good vibes with each other and they have enough reasons to proceed with the next step, they touch base and then they convey the decision. If they don't feel good vibes, they just give a lame excuse and then go back to square one. Conclusion. Now why am I talking about these things to you? It's because I went through this whole process. My mother has been searching for a life partner for me for the past 3 years. I never found a match. I lost hopes. I was mawkish enough to think that I would never get married in this lifetime. When all hopes were lost, I finally found a match. Rather, the match found me. I'm happy to share with you all that I'm getting married this April. Thanks so much.